Imagine you work in a team together on a Visio stencil containing some shapes and for VBA code. There are two colleagues and both have the same copy of the Visio stencil. Paste. Colleague 1 starts a new feature that involves new VBA code, but also modification of shape data. Enable macros. Okay, I edit the stencil. I open it for editing. Enable macros. And go to this node shape. Edit master shape. And show shape sheet. And I add user section. In that section, user defined cells. And I create a new row named node. And that's it. Close and I update, yes. Then I go to the Visual Basic editor and I add a module, insert module, and a new function, sub print nodes, dim page as visio.page, dim shape as visio.shape for each page in active document.pages, next page for each shape in page.shapes, next shape, then if shape.cell exists, and then I ask for the new created user field, so user.node false, then and if, then debug.print shape.cells user no, let's print the text, shape.text. Okay, finished. Let's see if there are some syntax errors. No. Go to the document, drop some notes. Moin, Tag, hello. Let's see if it works. Play. Okay, here we go. Feature is working. Then let's save the stencil. And I close the document. Don't save because we wanted to edit the stencil only. And at the same time, colleague 2 also starts a new feature. Enable macros and open for edit. Enable macros. Let's have a look. Okay, let's take this fuse and I edit the fuse, edit master shape, and also here let's go to the shape sheet and add a new row to the existing user-defined cells section in that row. call it fuse and prop.value. Okay, close and update yes. Then let's go to the VBA code editor. And also here we add a new module, call it fuse. And here I copy some code that I already prepared. So it's quite similar. And also here, let's test if it works. So now let's drop some fuses to test a new feature. And value 7.5, 10, and 1 amps. Execute the code. And it works. Okay, fine. I save the stencil. And I close the document. Okay, but now we have a problem because we have two different versions in parallel, and it's not easy to merge it again because in practice you have more modification and after a few days you forget what you did. In modern software development, this can easily be handled by version control systems like Git, but here this is not directly possible because the Visio stencils are binary objects, and version control systems work with text files. But I created a little tool that extracts all XML and source code documents from this stencil, and you can edit extern, and afterwards you can pack it again back to the original stencil. Let's see how it works. I create a new folder, call it repo, and I open in Visual Studio Code. First, I create a new file, .gitignore, and add some file extensions, .frx and bin. These are the file types that I don't want to have in the version control. Then I open a terminal and extract the original E1 schematic, the original Visio stencil with ooxml minus extract extract E1 schematic, and I want to have it in output repo E1 schematic M with option prettify and false. This takes a while. And now go back to Visual Studio Code, and we will find this new folder containing all XML documents and Visual Basic code from our project. I go to source control, initialize a repository, and make an initial commit. Commit, yes, all files. Next, I create a branch for our features. Create new branch, call it node for our first feature. Here you can see that we are already in a new branch node. I go back to the terminal, and now I extract from our colleague 1 the stencil containing the node feature to the same folder, and also with option force overwrites everything. Okay, let's go back to Visual Studio Code. And now in source control, I can see all the modification we did. And I committed to version control. Yes, everything. Okay, then let's go back to the branch main. And from here, we create a new branch, fuse. And again, to our terminal. And from our colleague 2, I extract everything into this fuse branch. Go back to Visual Studio Code, see all modification, and commit it to version control. Yes, everything. Okay, then let's go to the main branch again. And from here, we merge first the node branch into the main branch. Branch, merge. I want to use to merge the node branch. And that's it, because we started from the original state, and so there are no conflicts and it's easy to merge. But now let's try to merge the fuse branch. Branch, merge. So, and here we have two parts, merge changes and staged changes. In staged is everything with what is easy to merge, what where no we don't have to handle it by hand. But here we have conflicts, and the conflicts we need to resolve. And when I click to one file, I see here the conflicts, and see there's only some date, save date, whatever, modified date, and so it's not so important, I guess. No. Here I can say accept all incoming, and also here, let's see what changes. Only also some date. I say accept all incoming, and I have to save the documents, of course. And then I click on Stage, Stage, and Continue. Okay, and now I have merged both branches back to the main branch. Go to the terminal. And I use ooxml, not extract, but pack. Repo E1, and output is I overwrite the original stencil, so this one. With minus force, I overwrite an existing stencil. Okay, that's it. And now I should have a stencil here containing both features. Let's try if it works. Enable macros. I add some nodes and some fuses. 1 Ampere, 5 Ampere, 7.5. Moin. Hi. Servus. And let's see in the code editor if we have both features here. Find the module fuse. Play. So it's working. And then the other one was node. Node. Here we go. And it's also working. Great. Yeah, thanks for watching.